Hey everyone, it's Lisa from Arcane and Stellar, and I'm here with another pick a card reading. This pick a card reading was requested by Ladeeedah, Ladeeedah, and thank you Ladeeedah for this. So the question is going to be who they are, or who you think they are, versus who they actually are. So we're going to kind of like, judge your assessment of them so far versus who they might actually be. So we have 4 piles, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if you notice, we have decks today. So I'm going to be live shuffling. And I just would like to get your honest feedback about it. I personally am not a fan of watching people shuffle that much. So that's just my nature. I'm not a very patient person. I'm like, Aries everything. So that's my opinion. So I just would like to hear your opinion about it. Would you prefer to watch me shuffle or not? So, as I said, 4 piles, 1, 2, 3, and 4. The timestamps will be down below. Take your time, pause the video, see which pile draws you in, and if multiple piles, draw you in, that's fine. If also you come to this reading later, it's a timeless, so whenever you're drawn, it should be relevant for you, hopefully. So, and if it is relevant, let me know in the comments below. Let me know which pile you picked. I love communicating with you guys and seeing what, how we connected. So, with that being said, I'll see you in your reading. Okay, so we're going to start with pile number 1, obviously. Hello, pile number 1. Choosers. So, first we're going to look at how you see this person, how they're appearing to you. And then we're going to look at, how they actually are deep down. As well, we'll have some oracle cards around to kind of help clarify things, help give us a little bit more insight, and all that good stuff. Let's see. And I apologize for the dryer noise in the background. Hopefully that's not going to be too loud. Hopefully it doesn't show up. Okay, so how do you see the person you're thinking of? Wow, okay. I said 3 cards, please, and like 3 came out. Okay. Okay. So, you see this person is very focused, probably on gaining material wealth, gaining, it could be career focused, focused on health, focused on earthly things. A very focused type of person, though, somebody that works hard and, seems to be doing a lot for themselves in terms of that. Also somebody with a lot of passion and goals, I would say, here with the 2 of Wands, the Page of Wands. So I think that you do see this person, or they appear to be somebody, like I said, very perhaps career-focused or goal-oriented. Somebody also, for some of you, it could be somebody who likes to travel a lot, who has a lot of ambition and goals and enthusiasm with life. Let's see, maybe a little bit immature at times. But I don't know, I get this, like, their 8 of Pentacles is not immature energy. Page of Wands is a little bit. So, they could just be somebody who's very mature and has their, stuff together, but is still young at heart, in a way. Maybe has the juvenile sense of humor sometimes. But definitely someone with a lot of goals, whether they're going to actually follow through with those goals. And some of their, with the goals, it could be that they just talk about traveling, but they don't actually do it. Or, you know what I mean? Or they have a lot of, like, different types of plans. But perhaps they're still, they don't exactly follow through on it, if you know what I mean. Let's see. Let me see here. Let's get one of these. How does it sound? Oh, well, okay. There we go. It fell down. Okay. So we have Elephant Spirit. Learn from the past. This person could dream a lot. to change the circumstances that they've had in, you know, their younger years. Maybe they came from a harder background and they'd like to change that. Hold on, sorry, I'm just... That's kind of what I'm getting almost. That might be why they're so focused on their goals, getting away and stuff like that, trying to maybe disconnect themselves from, you know, the place of their childhood or the people in their family, learning, you know, from their childhood, for instance, like I said. Because I don't feel like this person necessarily... I don't know. I just don't want to say that I don't get this feeling necessarily that they've had... It's their own past, per se, as the past that was put on them, sort of. Because they still have quite a young energy. So that's why I'm feeling this sense of trying to learn from the past that they've grown up in, kind of. Do you know what I mean? So wanting, like, maybe to get away from their hometown and explore and all that kind of stuff. Let's see. What did we get? Oh. Okay. Oops. Okay, we have some different cards here. Let's see. I'm just going to stop right there. Let's see. I would say that you find them to be a knowledgeable person. For some of you, it could be that they're a bit secretive. Sometimes a closed book, but still very loyal. Sorry, my camera. So someone very loyal with the cat card here, but also maybe very loyal to society or to the public, very social. Yeah. This could be somebody who's very interested in social causes, or interested in community type of, you know, community help for some of you. But I'd say somebody that's active in the community, that seems like a good person, has maybe lofty ideals about how things should be as well. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to put these cards back because I'm going to use them again for... Now I want to make sure they're all available. So let's see who they really are. So that, I don't know, hopefully, you know, you should see if that kind of sums up how you know them to be. And then we'll go into how they actually are. So let's see. Okay. What do you really like? Ooh, we had a few cards come in here. Okay. Oh man, okay, I'm trying to think. I wasn't going to take that many cards, but we'll take them. They came out, and I feel like there are some messages here, so I'll go with it. Okay, let me see. I'm just going to put these up here a little bit so we can... So how are they really? So, by the way, in terms of astrological signs and stuff, we have some earth here and then the fire up here. And that doesn't mean that they have to present, but I do feel like there's a mix between those two elements in terms of their personality. So someone who's very, like, you know, dedicated at the same time as being passionate. Do you know what I mean? Like, so kind of like that duality here. Now, as they actually are, we have quite a mix here. So we have, let's see, all of the elements, air, earth and fire and water. And then we also have the fixed signs here. Or wait, sorry. Yeah, right? See, normally it has the elements here, but anyways, well, it is a mix of all the elements. So I do feel like it's interesting that's actually here, because we have all the elements here. We have water and earth and fire and air, and then we have air, earth, fire, and water. Interesting that came out that way. So I would say that actually they're quite balanced. I do see perhaps some difficulties. I feel like this person, I think for some of you, this person could be somebody that's very, not selfish with their emotions, but held back sometimes. But then it's like other times it's like they come in with like a lot of, excitement and like affection. And it's almost like maybe sometimes it's surprises you, or it will surprise you if you don't know this part about them. They might not be quite as, I don't know, there's definitely some dual messaging here. That's crazy. Because we have like the Eight of Wands going in so passionately, and then we have the Four of Pentacles sitting so stubbornly, and then we have the Knight of Cups offering so sweetly. You know what I mean? It's like, I feel like they're, but then we have the King of Swords being so logical, and grounded in, mentally. So I almost want to say that they're quite a balanced person in some way. Could be a bit thrifty, and the type of person to save a lot. And they might actually be fairly adventurous. Deep down, I think that if they have the chance, they definitely would be the travelers that they might speak about wanting to be. Like, there's definitely that potential. And they also have that potential to perhaps open up, their feelings and offer, what they're really feeling emotionally. Although sometimes the logic here might win out with this person. Sometimes they might be a little too logical for your taste, just because that king is going to out-trump the knight in energy. But yeah, that's interesting. Let's see if I get any other messages. Okay, I'm going to take an oracle card. Oh, these are so stiff still. It's a new deck, and I'm still breaking it in. Number one's person. Okay. Ooh, be fearless and bold. Badger spirit. Okay, that's cool. I think that goes well with that Eight of Wands. I find the Eight of Wands to be a very fearless type of a card, with a certain boldness, not afraid to like throw those passions out into the world. And I feel like they could be a very thrifty traveler. Somebody who could be a very, like they would save up and penny pinch just to go somewhere and to do things. And I feel like this person might even be the type of person who would want you to come along with them. Do you know what I mean? Like, come and travel with me, and let's go do things together. Overall, this is not a bad energy here. Exactly. The Four of Pentacles isn't my favorite card, but I think with the surrounding cards, because it's always important to look at the surrounding cards. If you're asking a yes or no question, you get the Four of Pentacles, so that's a negative. But, well, depending, of course, on the question. Oops. Hold on. I hadn't even asked the question yet. Okay, let's see. Tell me more about who their person really is. Oh my gosh, okay, hold on. There we go. Oh. Oh, loyal again. That loyalty card. Oh my gosh, okay, hold on. That came out. I saw that card. Let's just stop there. Because Lenormand's kind of got to be read a certain way. Okay, hold on. That was a lot of cards to come out. hold on, I guess I gotta switch my camera. Hold on. Sorry. I really need a camera that records longer than 10 minutes. Okay, so let's see here. So we've got the flowers, the snake that's shedding. By the way, this is the Celtic Lenormand, which is, it has some extra cards in there, which I really think it's cool. That's why we also have a cat instead of a dog. Well, there is a dog card as well, by the way. And then there's 36, the cross and the mountain. Okay, so in terms of how this person is, very good person, honestly. I feel like they've overcome a lot of burdens in their life. Like, I really feel that, like, learn from the past stuff. I think that they've shed a lot of things from their past, and you may or may not know about this. And probably as you get to know them more, you'll find out more about this. But I really feel like there's been a lot of transformation in their life. They're a very gracious person and very loyal. Maybe even loyal to a fault to people. Perhaps they have a family that's kind of been a burden on them, that have created a lot of challenges for them, and it's like they still have that loyalty, even though they've kind of, outgrown it, outgrown it or outgrown them. For some of you, this person could even be somebody that really is an advocate for people that go through challenging times in their life, that have dealt with burdens in some way, whether it's, like I almost want to say a therapist, although I can't imagine that many of you, are going to, resonate with that. But that type of stuff, it could just be that they're, a very good friend to many people. And they do tend to be very supportive when you have a burden. I feel like definitely as well, like if you were to have difficult times in life and challenges, this person would definitely be the person to be there for you with a very good disposition. You know what I mean? Like a sunny disposition. Somebody that would be very, like, kind and sweet about it and try to help you through anything like that. Interesting. It also could be like, the type of aspect where people who like to volunteer, or that potential is definitely there for that person in the future. Say there maybe, sometimes when we're a bit younger, we don't always live out all of our potentials, or maybe we don't have the time, but this is definitely the type of personality that they have, the potential to be like that. I do feel like their life has been, with that Wheel of Fortune card too, has been a bit of an up and down type of cycle. And they've just kept persisting, nevertheless. You know what I mean? Like, they just keep going. I feel like, definitely mentally there with that King of Swords, that they have a good mental capacity. They could be very smart and intelligent, but also know how to look at things without too many emotions flooding in. Which is a good thing sometimes because, that can be a grounded type of energy, mentally anyways. I don't see anything, really negative. Like I said, that could be somebody that's a little bit greedy at times, or at least thrifty. Greedy at worst, thrifty at best. So, depending on... But I feel like the thriftiness especially would be like in terms of wanting to travel. It's like they'd want to save up to do things. It doesn't even have to be like long distance travel. It could just be like going out and doing things a lot. Very active type of energy. Because how you see them in terms of like, their enthusiasm and stuff, I feel like it's actually like authentic. They are very, outgoing, person who wants to like get things done. Maybe could be athletic too for some of you. But yeah, that's what I see for you, pile number one. Let me know if it resonates with you. I'm going to just stop there. I think I've kind of, summed it up as much as possible without getting too specific. Yeah, so let me know if this resonates, if this is how you see them, and maybe some of this stuff actually, like how they really are, might actually already be apparent to you. So, yeah. See you all in the next reading. Take care, guys. Okay, so if you've chosen pile number 2, this is going to be your reading. So we've got the Enchanted Forest Tarot right here, and we're going to shuffle. As I said in the intro, guys, please let me know if you like me shuffling on camera, if you prefer it, or would you rather just, you know, it all be pre-shuffled and ready to go. I know some people sometimes worry. I rarely get comments like this, but I have in the past, and I know many other tarot readers do. They get kind of grouchy about thinking that we somehow set up the cards. Like, that would be way much more work than actually just shuffling them. A lot of times, the reason why I don't often shuffle on camera is simply because my camera likes to cut me off a lot, and so it's just more easy on my time and editing, because I have to like string all the files together basically, because my camera doesn't, it's a DSLR, and a lot of DSLRs, especially mine in particular, my Nikon, they just don't record long enough. Okay, so let's get into your reading. How do these see the person? What is their person like? Oh my god, okay, that wasn't... How do you see your person? How do they see the person? Okay. Oh. Okay. Two of Spells. Okay, there we go. We got one. I'm going to take this one out too because it kind of flipped over earlier and now it came out. Oh, my candle went out. Jeez. I have to fix that for the next pile. I didn't light a new one before I started this, actually. I had a previous one going. So we have the Two of Boons, the Two of Spells, the Weaver of Visions, and the Green Mother. Ooh, okay. I'm just going to set that over there for a minute and we'll talk about these cards. So interesting that we have two twos coming out right here. And then a 3 over here. That's kind of cool. With the Two of Boons and the Two of Spells, I would say that there's a particular duality to this person. Oh, man. Yeah. With the Two of Boons, you could see them as trying to balance or juggle a lot in life. I would say that they could, you know, be trying to balance their work life and their personal life, or, you know, balance their health and their personal life, that type of energy. There's definitely a balance. I don't think that this person, I feel like that they might have a lot of things that they do, but they seem to do it all kind of well. They seem to have it under control. It doesn't make them freak out or anything. With the Two of Spells, they could be... It's funny because I think the last pile had, what, the Two of Wands. That's like the Two of Wands, this card. So it's actually kind of a similar energy. Although with this deck, it's a little bit of a different vibe. And I want to say something right away. I almost feel like you might feel like this person has two options in something, or more than one option. If you know what I mean, in something. Or they have to make a lot of decisions in their life. For some of you, they might have children, 2 children. That might be something. I don't know. I just kind of got that. I mean, that's not going to resonate with everyone. Remember, this is general, and, you know, I try to throw out there what I'm seeing, and I know that it's going to resonate a little bit differently with everyone. For some of you, like with that 2 children thing, it could be that they even have, like, full-time custody of their children. You know what I mean? Okay. You might see them as emotionally in touch, a nurturing person. This person has very feminine energy in some ways. Like, that's why I guess I'm throwing out the children thing, but it doesn't have to be that way. It could be pets, or it could just be that they're a very good friend. They care about people. They might have a motherly type of job, a nurturing type of job, you know, where they take care of people or of children, or, you know what I mean? Just a nurturing type of job like a medical industry, anything that, you know, falls into that realm of healing or helping people in some way. I feel like that's kind of the way you see them. I do feel like you see them as someone, you know, that you can emotionally connect to, that makes you feel good in some way. Perhaps this is somebody that you can talk to about a lot of your problems, because it seems like they are very knowledgeable in some way. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's definitely a connection here between the two of you. For some of you, they could be choosing this direction still. For some of you, if they're younger, for instance, it could be that they're trying to choose where to go in life. It could even be that they're choosing to decide whether they do what they want or what their parents want or something like that. But I definitely do get this way of you seeing them as them having to make choices and you know, balance things. Do you know what I mean? But I would feel like this person's quite emotionally receptive here with the Weaver of Visions and the Green Mother. So I don't feel like you're dealing with anyone that's like, you know, emotionally deplete. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't get that sense. At least that's how you're not seeing them that way. You're seeing them as somebody that's fairly emotionally mature, I would think. Here, let's see. Chose pile number 2. How does their person appear to be? Oh, okay, it's this one. Surrender now, Moth Spirit. Whoa, I've never seen this one. Oops, sorry. Surrender now. Okay, I might even get the guidebook out for this one, because surrendered transformation. Let's see. Surrendering to what? Surrendering to other people's decisions? Maybe this person's a little bit too emotional. Not emotional, but too sensitive in a way where they kind of are juggling what everybody else wants. I don't know. Let's look. Okay, the Oracle messages. Moth Spirit asks, what is guiding you right now? Are you in alignment with Spirit or pursuing something or someone with so much tenacity that it has become a compulsion or addiction? Are you so intoxicated by a potential relationship or opportunity that you can't think straight? Hard work and dedication are virtues, and love, of course, is a beautiful thing. However, when Moth Spirit appears, it's time to consider if you have gone over the edge in a relentless pursuit. Workaholism. Wait, did I say that right? Workaholic. Overeating, perfectionism, or addiction to certainty, or even to a person. Maybe your current vice. The form of your addiction does not matter so much as awareness of the consequences of remaining persistent when moderation is needed. Let go of your excessive energy by channeling it into more than one direction. The fire burns hot, and you do not want to be engulfed by your passion to the exclusion of all other pursuits that matter to you. Now is a time for surrender and radical acceptance so that your drive does not cause you to flee or to fight. Spirit wants you to release your need for certainty and control. That actually, by the way, with the two of pet boons and the... I feel... Yes, you know what? think I'm on the right track here. I feel like I'm on the right track here. Banish the shoulds and musts so you may enjoy what it is you allow for what might be. What is as you allow for what might be. Yeah, okay, I'm definitely seeing this energy in this person. So I guess I wasn't too far off base there with what I was feeling. I just wanted to confirm kind of what the guidebook was saying about this. Because, yeah, like I said, this is a new deck. Thank you, Jack. Yeah, so I feel like this person, you might even feel that they need to do this. Sorry, hold on. This might be even how you see them, that they need to surrender in some way in their life. Maybe surrender to the other, other people's demands on them. Perhaps, like they work too much or they're not making decisions in the right way because you feel like there are outside pressures. Because you have to remember, like with these two cards, it's a very feminine energy. And not that feminine energy is weak or anything like that, but we do tend to be, speaking as a woman, we do tend to be a little bit more receptive to the needs of others, and many of us can fall prey to trying to please everyone and do everything and be everything. And this could be kind of like an energy of this person, that maybe they're not really making choices or choosing things because they feel pressure. For some of it could be a mother figure as well. There could be a close relationship with the mother for some of you, or to a woman in their life. Sorry. Let's see. So let's ask the Lenormand. Okay, we have one. Ooh, the snake. Let's see. Huh, I saw the book, but it didn't come out. Okay. Yes. I'm definitely seeing that they are probably loyal to people and have commitments with people that aren't healthy for them. You see that anyways. You see them connected to people that don't have their best interests at heart. With the snake, yes, and the ring, well, I think this is like the, would be, I can't remember what it's called in this deck, but, because it's a little bit different sometimes than other Lenormand. Yeah, the ring. So it's just kind of like, it could be like partnerships that they're in, friendships that they're in. It could be relationships that they're in that aren't healthy, and they might be a little bit too nice to let go, or, do you know what I mean? They're just loyal. Like, that's how you're seeing them. Loyal to people that probably aren't the best for them in some way, okay? So, now I'm just going to put these cards back in, and we're going to see how they really are. I love reading cards. This is so fun because it's just so interesting to see how it all unfolds, and it all just seems sort of to flow together. And I think that's kind of, I think, one of the benefits about shuffling on camera is that you guys can kind of see how it comes. Because sometimes when I pre-shuffle, of course, I'll see the cards a little bit, so I already have vibes going into it a little bit about each pile. Sometimes I don't remember, but a lot of times I do remember kind of what popped up and the kind of feelings I got when I first saw them. And so that's why I've been trying to at least do Oracle when I pull Oracle cards for like more clarity. I like to do it on camera because it's just like you can see how these things come out. Okay, so let's go. How is their person really? What is their person really like? What is their person really like? Oh, we'll take that. That was out. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. There we go. That wanted to come out, so let me just move these up a little bit so that we can make sure that these are in camera. Yeah, okay. I think your person is, as we said, I don't think that this person's too much different than it might appear. Like, I feel like this person is a very nurturing type of loving person. There might be some things with the wise woman here that you don't, there might be a spiritual side to them. And it doesn't have to be spiritual as in like, oh, they're a yoga master, or, they are psychic, or they're, go to church every Sunday, or whatever, you would define as spiritual. It just could be that they're very, actually quite intuitive, and they have their particular beliefs, a belief system that they operate on, okay? So it could just be as simple as, you do unto others as you like done unto yourself. And I feel like this is a strong energy with this person, with the Strength and the Five of Boons. The Five of Boons talks about feeling left out, but it can be about, the one thing about the Five of Boons is that you notice in every card it's always like usually two people together. kind of sticking it out. And I feel like when the people that they love are, you know, down and out, they'll want to stick with them and stay by their side. Do you see that energy right here? I do feel like they're quite an adventurous person at heart. Which I feel like they might not even be able to truly explore sometimes because of this energy of trying to be so supportive to other people. There's definitely a gentleness to this person, but at the same time they could still be quite passionate. Like a mix of gentle passion, I guess you could say. Yeah, okay, let's see. So if you do feel like they have kind of intuitive energy from the outside, by the way, I want to say, with that Weaver of Visions, because the Queen of Cups can be a quite, you know, an intuitive, emotionally intuitive person, an emotionally receptive person. I do feel like that's accurate. An accurate assessment on your part of them. And I do feel like they do have very good morals deep down. They have beliefs, moral beliefs that they follow, like I said. Okay, let's see. Can I get one card for how the person really is? How is this person? Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. I just want one card, not like piles of them. Okay, there we go. Kind of. There's one right behind it. So we have the Mouse Spirit. Tend to the small things. Let's see here. I'm going to grab the guidebook for this and just look it over a bit, because I'm still learning this Oracle deck. And I often get feelings about, in the last pile I had it was in this pile. I had a feeling about the card, and then it was actually pretty accurate. So let's see. Okay, so the humble mouse pays attention to the smallest details, and Mouse Spirit calls on you to notice the nuances and the fine print at this time. In your eagerness to meet your goals and pursue your dreams, it's easy to forget the importance of clear communication and tending to the little things. That's also, by the way, with the Wise Woman. The High Priestess energy can often be somebody who's secretive, okay? Whose communication is a bit, not non-existent, but it's more, I guess, internal. Internal, like they're sending you psychic signals. No. Including people's subtle signs that they're unhappy, as well as a small voice inside of you that says, this doesn't feel right. Take your time to sniff out what you need to know. Is there some detail or nuance about how you engage others or operate in the world that is key to your success, but you too readily dismiss as nothing big or nothing special? Mouse Spirit reminds you that what seems small may be more important and powerful than you think, so look again. Do not underestimate yourself or your potential for co-creating something amazing when you pay attention to the details. I don't know. In my opinion, like, of this card, and it's, you know, you heard the message of it, how I feel like it fits in, and this is kind of what I was going to say originally, and then, you know, and I know that the description doesn't quite say that, but I feel still led to say this, is that I feel like this person does pay attention to a lot of small things that are going on with people. They notice things. They're very perceptive about what's going on around. They can tell when someone's in a bad mood. They pay attention to the small details. It's the type of person that, it's the type of person where, if you tell them, you don't even have to tell them what's going on. They already know, kind of. I feel like this person is very intuitive to other people's emotions. They could be an empath of some kind. But, or if you tell them things, like little things, they'll come back at you with they remembered the details, and you're like, wow, wait, I just said that months ago, and I barely mentioned it, and you still remember it. Like, things stick on them. They know what needs to be remembered, kind of, and when to bring it up again, type of thing. That's the type of energy of who they are. They might also be very good at giving advice. Somebody that, you know, can help people through hard times with advice. Also, for some of you, this person I feel like is also the type of person who, with that, you remember with the Two of Boons up here and stuff, and I talked about that they might really be balancing a lot in their life and like trying to work hard and do a lot of things like that. It's almost like there's definitely a desire on this person's part to take care of themselves in case of hard times, kind of like they're very have a preparatory nature, you know, preparation. They're always preparing for something because they want to take care of those around them. They want to be there for them. They want to be able to provide for whoever's in their life, and maybe as well, like, you know, fun adventures and fun things. Because I feel like this person is a very fun person. They like having a good time. They like, you know, seeing new things, discovering new things. And I feel like, as well, friendship is very important to this person. Relationships are very important to this person. I don't think that they might like to have some alone time, but I feel like it's a balanced, you know, they balance between alone and social. You know, being social. It's not like they're a recluse, and it's not like they're super mega outgoing either. It's kind of like a good balance. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Oh wait, hold on. I didn't take any Lenormand cards, did I? Oops. Okay, let's just see what the Lenormand has to say real quick about your person. Okay. Who's your person? This snake card. Loyal. Tower, okay. Okay. Oh my goodness. Well, let me see here. I just want to confirm that this is a card I think it is. Because, like I said, I'm still getting... This is a new Lenormand deck, and I'm just a little bit still learning it. I just want to be sure that I'm right. Because I don't remember all the numbers sometimes. Yeah, okay, it's a tower. That's what I thought. But I just wasn't sure. It's called the Hill Fort in this. Okay. So, let's get back into this. Okay, so we have the book, the stork, the snake, the dog, and the tower. Okay. I thought that was a tower, but like I said, I was just a little bit worried about that. That's interesting. We have 17, 18, 19. And you saw me shuffling, so they were all mixed up. That's kind of funny. Oh, just strange that I noted it. Okay, let's see here. Okay. This person, the book can represent knowledge. And it can also represent a lot of other things, like secrets and stuff like that. But I feel like in this case, I almost feel like it says that this person is knowledgeable about how to deal with jerks at work. Because I don't know if you guys know how to read, like how you read Lenormand, but no, let's see. So I see this like kind of nasty energy here in the middle. Loyalty, work, isolation. I feel like this person has the experience in life of moving away from, like, you know, venomous type of people that they've been loyal to in the past, and they've sort of like keep themselves away from that. It could be because they actually kind of know who to help and not to help. But then at the same time, there's that potential there, but it might be that they actually still are trying to do that. That's still something that they're struggling with. Loyalty to maybe people that don't always have their best interests at heart. It could be in terms of like work or that type of stuff, but not necessarily. Yeah. I feel like there's a desire for them to learn how to get away from these people, to learn how to deal with this type of energy. Because they do feel a lot of loyalty, I think, to these people. You see that the dog is looking there at the snake. It's facing there. And this one's kind of looking away. So it's just like the stork. I mean, the stork right here. So it's like this energy of trying to figure out how to deal with it. I think that they're just still trying to learn how to sometimes keep themselves away from people that are toxic. Because they might have some people in their life that they're loyal to that are kind of toxic to them. And it's like they're still trying to get this knowledge. You see the book is closed still. And we don't have a key nearby. So they still haven't quite unlocked it. But we do have a desire for transformation, about trying to change the situation. For some people, this could involve like a mother of their children, or a mothering type of energy. I don't know, I get some mothering vibes here. But that may not be the case always, okay? It just could be it could be also females in their life, women around them. Maybe they have friends that have a lot of influence over them, or, you know what I mean, relatives, or, you know, really, I'm just getting at kind of a feminine energy that could be around some of these people. And I think you would know about this person, so if that doesn't resonate, just throw that out. But for some of you, because this is a general reading, obviously. And I just want to remind you, you know, multiple people, multiple stories, you know, ways of connecting. So I feel like this is something that they're still learning. I think that they are still, you know, attached to the idea of trying to help or please people in some way, to do it all. So if that is something that you see them doing, I feel like that's an accurate assessment of how they actually are. It might be how they actually are, you know, like they're not just like that. They're, you know, they don't just appear like that. They are like that. So yeah, I feel like this person's probably empathetic, very empathetic person. And they're kind of a do-gooder. They just want to help people and do the right thing. But yeah, so that's what I'm seeing for you, pile number 2. Those of you that chose this pile. Let me know if it resonates. Hopefully it did. If it didn't, you know, that's fine. There are a lot of other readers out there. And, you know, if you liked it, you can give me a, you know, a thumbs up and leave me a comment. And I'll see you all in the next reading. Okay, so if you've chosen pile number 3, here we are. We're using the Green Witch Tarot for you guys, and yeah, so let's see. Who is your person really versus who you think they are? I'm just going to shuffle real quick. Please let me know if you didn't watch the intro. I know a lot of people probably skip over that. Just let me know if you like me shuffling, you know, live or not, okay? Honest opinions. You're not going to hurt my feelings. I understand that, you know, when I get negative comments, I usually... When I was younger, I probably would have been pissed, but I'm much more like, try to keep it calm and understand that, yeah, I'm not going to be everyone's cup of tea. I know that sometimes people get, you know, mad at me for talking about my personal surroundings and stuff, but when I do this channel, I want it to be a friendly experience where you kind of, you know me a bit, or, you know what I mean, like there's a connection. That's just my style. If you don't like it, I mean, there are plenty of channels out there, like so many great ones. Okay, so I'm going to start shuffling now. We're going to ask the question. Okay, those are the... What is their person? How does their person appear to be? What do they seem to be like? How did they see my person? 3 cards, please. Okay. Oh. I saw that. I saw that. How do they see their person? What does their person seem to be like? Okay, there we go. Okay, these are nice. Okay, you see them in a positive light, for sure. With the Three of Pentacles, you see them as somebody that is, you know, recognized in some way. They might have a good status at work, or they're a good student. Somebody that, you know, is honored in society in some way, that's worked hard to get to where they are. It may not be, you know, it depends on your age group, of course. I have many different ages that watch me, so but I would think that you'd see them as somebody that is, you know, on a pedestal in a way. You see this dude's on a pedestal. Let me just put these away for now. Sorry. Yeah, somebody that's, you know, has a good standing. And it is well deserved. I feel like you feel like that, you know, they've worked hard to be where they're at. Whether, you know, no matter what stage of life that they're in. You also see this person as probably a soulmate. Or, you know, like somebody that you have a very good connection with. A good friend, a good, you know, just a very strong bond and connection between this person. And then as well, you see them as quite passionate. They might, for some of you, it could be that, you know, if you've gone farther with this person, you know, you feel like they're a good lover. You know, like in a relationship, in a relationship sense, like especially a romantic relationship, or, you know, a relationship where there are romantic feelings on your part, I feel like it's like they fit the bill. You know what I mean? Like really fit the bill, in terms of, you know, what I think many people would be looking for in a partner. You know, a good emotional connection, a good passionate connection, and also, you know, a good teamwork type of person as well, by the way, with this card. So really good cards here. I think you see this person in quite a highlight. I'm getting the sense of that for sure. Okay, I'm gonna take some of these, which, like I told the other piles, this deck, I'm still breaking it in. Thank you, Jack. Jacqueline got this for me off my wish list, and I really appreciate that. Okay, let me just get serious here for a second. Okay, this came out twice. That's funny. We also have Surrender Now, but I'm not going to take that. This is the one. I don't know if you guys noticed it earlier, but it kind of like showed itself and then it came out. The abundant universe will provide. So, right off the bat with my intuition here and what it says is that this person could even be, like, I almost wonder if this person's into the law of attraction. Let me know if that's true or not. I'm going to grab the, did I put it? Oh, there's the guidebook. Also, before I open up the guidebook, I'm going to say a few other things that I feel with this. I don't know. I feel like this person, like I said, again, works hard, is a passionate person, and it pays them back in some way. Do you know what I mean? They put a lot of their heart into what they do and their effort in life. So, Buffalo Spirit comes to you now to remind you of the amazing manifesting power of gratitude. Oh, there I said a manifester. a gratitude and the extraordinary potential available to you when you adopt a mindset of abundance. The ancient people of the Americas saw the buffalo as a symbol of abundance because the herds roamed far and wide and provided so many gifts. The meat, the hide, the bones. The tribes who hunted the buffalo used every bit of them, wasting nothing, appreciative of the abundance. So, too, do you have many gifts available to you? Buffalo Spirit appears to let you know that you're in a powerful time to manifest your desires, not by force or by pushing, but rather by following a natural path that rises up before you, trusting that there is always plenty to go around. Whether it be love, money, inspiration, or support, it's all there for you to claim. Yeah, I definitely got this passionate vibe off this person. Like, I feel like when they're into something, they work really hard. Like, they will, you know, go all out in terms of trying to get what they want. And, you know, the universe rewards them. Because of their efforts. Like, it's not, they're definitely not one of those manifestors that sits around on the couch and is like, oh, I want to be a millionaire, but then doesn't play the lottery. You know what I mean? Or I want this, but I'm not actually going to apply for the job, or I'm not actually going to do anything about it. I feel like you see this person as a very active person, somebody that's active in their destiny and active in their life. Okay? So I'm just going to, I won't read any more of that because I think we already kind of got the gist. So let's see. What else? Let's ask the Lenormand. Let's just shuffle a little bit. Oh, we keep getting the book today. Every pile has gotten the book. Okay. How do you see your person? The book, the woman, and the mice. Let's see. Anything else? Okay. Wow. Interesting. Let's see. With the book. Okay. For the... a lot of energy is similar. This is so interesting here because we've gotten the book and the snake, the shedding snake. Because this is, by the way, the snake, this is a Celtic Lenormand, and the snake here is shedding. There are two snakes in this deck. So if you're familiar with Lenormand cards, you'll know, oh, the snake, negative. No, we have the venomous snake, and then we have a shedding snake, which talks about... For some of you, this person might have had a mother who passed and died, okay? And it caused them to really reassess their life, okay? That's not going to be for everybody. That's just a particular message for some of you. And it might be something that they really keep close to them, okay? Yeah, I feel like this person... There's definitely a regenerative type of energy to this person. I feel like they've evolved a lot in their life already. They could have been a very, like, anxious person before. And they've kind of overcome that type of mindset. It could be that they follow a particular woman. Maybe there's a particular author or speaker that they really admire. Perhaps it could also, by the way, be you that has given them this knowledge. There's somebody, probably a female in their life, unless they're a female, unless this person's also a female, you know, a woman. It could be that they've personally got through so many different, you know, anxieties in their life. Okay, good. Someone answered the phone. Sorry about that. I was like, oh. Okay, so yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing. I feel like, again, for some of you, this person could have been through, you know, a loss of somebody. And they've sort of transformed from that. It might have given them a lot of drive to change things. For some of you, they could have had a previous relationship that they're shedding, that's brought them a lot of anxiety. You know, a relationship that ended with somebody. Yeah. But a very transformative type of energy. I don't feel like this, I feel like this person's kind of evolved in some way, or at least you see them that way, okay? That's, you know, how you're seeing them. Now let's see who they really are. Let's get into that portion. Okay. What's our person really like? Okay. Hold on. Take that one, and then where was the other one that was come out? Okay. What is their person really like? The person you really like. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Okay, we'll stop there. I was just seeing what was on the bottom of the deck. It's the Five of Wands. Okay, so we have the Nine of Chalices, the Witch, and the Battle Wagon. Yeah, this is definitely a manifester. This is somebody that is very focused on creating the life that they desire. We have the Chariot charging forward. We have the Witch, that's like the magician. The Nine of Chalices, like it's the wish fulfillment card. This person is in this life to get what they want, to fulfill what they want. I feel this person is exactly who you think they are. So if they seem like, you know, a very self-motivated individual who really just goes after their passions and works hard to get whatever they want, and, you know, does kind of seem to maybe have a bit of a spiritual outlook, even if it's not overly spiritual, I feel like that's very accurate. You're not far off base with this person. I think that they are, you know, matching who they appear to be. I feel like this person's very lucky in life. But it's not even just luck. It's like it didn't get handed to them, I don't feel like. I feel like this is an energy where they have really, you know, mastered a lot to get, you know, the control, to get control of their life in some way. I feel like there was, you know, definitely probably something motivating to them in their life. Somebody that was motivating to them. Let's see. What is their person really like? One card, please. Not like 50, please. What is their person? Sorry, I just checked my camera. My battery's starting to go down. Oh, my goodness. Oh my gosh. This is going to be a real fun thing to get. Hold on. Bring it over with my foot so I can reach it. My camera stand is in the way. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, I'm not gonna take the other two. I'm just gonna take the top one, because these cards still kind of stick together, so I usually just stick with the top one for the most part, unless I get a feeling otherwise. Parrot Spirit, watch your words. Okay, I'm not gonna grab the guidebook on this, because I feel like I already know what this means. I feel like this person is very careful with their words. That they know that words have power. Or maybe they're learning this. It could be that they're still learning this for some of you. But they're kind of learning that what you speak is what you get. You know what I mean? So if you're going to be speaking negative, you're going to receive negative. If you speak positive and you know what I mean, even speaking about others in a positive light, speaking about yourself and speaking about the things that you want in a positive light is going to bring you more rewards than speaking negatively about things. I feel like this person is careful with what they say. They realize that their words have repercussions. It might be something that they're still learning, because like with that battle wagon, it could be a little bit of a sometimes maybe rough and determined energy. But I feel like if they haven't already mastered this, they're on the way to mastering this. Do you get what I'm saying? So, okay, let's see. What is their person really like? If I get the book again, I'm going to scream. Okay. What is their person really... Okay. There we go. They're fun. I got the book again. I said I'd scream, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to scream. Okay, because I don't want to hurt your ears. Okay, we have the child, the cat, the garden, and the book. So, in terms of how your person really is, I'm going to feel like they're a fun-loving person, a very loyal person, a knowledgeable person, a social person. I mean, that's just talking from these cards. Let me try to string them together a little bit. There's an innocent quality to this person in a way. Even if they have had some hardships in their life, I feel like that they're still quite a gentle type of person. They're not a ruffian per se, which just kind of alleviates any of that worry that you might have with the battle wagon being, maybe a little bit forceful at times. I feel like even if they are forceful, they're still like, it might even be in an innocent way. I don't know, I got the sense maybe that some of them are very loyal to like childhood dreams. Some of them might be following their childhood dreams. That's just a feeling I got. I feel like they do have social knowledge. They have social like skills. This person, they're not inept at working the social world. I feel like they're generally a friendly person. And like I said, again with that thing, the watch your words. Like again, they have knowledge about how to act in public. They watch what they say. They're careful about, they've learned, like I said, some lessons about how they speak and what it brings to them. I don't see anything negative in it though. Like I don't see it as something like, oh, they just say what you want to hear. I feel like, no, they really are like that. We have the child card there. That's a very innocent card, a very sweet card. I don't think that this person's like, trying to like suck you in with their words, and then, using that kind of energy in a negative way, if you know what I mean. I feel like they're very sweet and innocent, and they just say what they mean, and they mean what they say. That kind of stuff. But that's what I'm getting for you. I hope that resonates with you. Let me know if it does in the comments below. And yeah, overall, this seems like a really, I think this might be my favorite pile so far. So congratulations on that. GZ. I'll see you guys in the comment section, hopefully. And so I can give your comment a heart. And see you next time. Hey guys, so if you've chosen pile number 4, this is going to be a reading. I want to warn you guys that this camera of mine is on low battery already. It's kind of cold in this room. I turned the heaters off so it wouldn't be loud for you guys, and I'm freezing because it's really cold outside tonight, and I think it affects the battery because cold can affect the battery. So I apologize if there are interrupts in this video other than the usual cut me off after 10 minutes interrupt. So we have the Modern Witch Tarot, and we're going to be delving into how your person appears to be and who they really are. And you can see what a jerk this thing is to shuffle. Oh my goodness, I love this deck. The cardstock's amazing, but it is really difficult. Okay, let's try it like this. It's an easier way to shuffle these. I'm still trying to break this in, and I've shuffled it a lot already. Okay, one more time. Here. What does their person seem to be like? What are they like? What is them? 5 of Cups. Oh goodness. Let's see if that comes out. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see, we've got the 5 of Cups, the Lovers, and the 10 of Pentacles as how you see them. So those are some pretty high standards you have. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, maybe not. I feel like you might see this person as being your perfect person, and they're not seeing it themselves. They might be mourning the loss of somebody else. That might be for some of you. I'm just going to say that right off the bat. In terms of what I'm seeing here, I do think that you see this person, yeah, as a very soul connection, like a soulmate or a twin flame. You see this person in a very high light, and I feel like you see them as an ideal, You know, the ideal person to settle down with, okay? The only hitch we have here is the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups, as you can see, represents somebody that isn't really seeing what they have behind them. They're too busy crying over their spilled water, or, you know, like spilled milk. And so you may see your person as mourning something, or just kind of maybe not even seeing you in some way. I know it's not the Four of Cups, which I often would be more of an apathetic type of feeling. This is more of a sadness, so they could be grieving something right now. You might be seeing that. Or trying to get over a previous loss in some way for many of you. So it could just be, you know, like it's going to resonate, as I said, this is a general reading, you know. Guys, it can't resonate 100% with all of you, but and it might resonate in different ways. So that's why I try to give many different, you know, ways of seeing this. But yeah, I see this person, you know, this is the type of person that you could see settling down with, for sure. But yeah, there is something sad about them. They've been through either a loss recently, maybe they haven't gotten over a previous relationship, maybe they deal with, like, you know, sadness, you know, feelings of sadness, or feelings of depression. But yeah, that's how you're seeing them. So let's see, we're going to take a spirit animal oracle. So it's starting to hurt from talking. Sorry. 1 second. One card, please. How do they see their person? See the big picture. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop there. So we have to see the big picture. I almost feel like you see this person is not seeing the big picture, like not seeing the potential. Maybe they're too caught up in things, in negative things, and it's causing them not really to see what you want them to see, in a way, if you get what I'm saying. This is a interesting energy. I'm just going to take the guidebook just to double check here what I'm getting. I want to just see what the guidebook says. That was just my initial feeling off this card. So, giraffes stretch upward to reach the treetops and look down from a high vantage point. When giraffe spirit appears, it is a sign to observe from a higher view. In all aspects of your life, it's time to stretch your neck out and broaden your view, open your eyes to what others need and are experiencing, and see the big picture you fit into. No matter how great your wisdom, knowledge, or experience, you don't want to overlook details and connections that will help you better understand yourself and your circumstances. So stretch yourself. Look beyond what catches your attention at eye level, and know that not everything is as obvious as you might like it to be. Spirit will bestow upon you a new perspective that might make all the difference. Yeah, I have a feeling that this person, you might not feel like they're seeing your connection the way that you see it. Okay? That's kind of what I'm getting. Or maybe they're not quite, you know, maybe they're not like quite ready to move on yet from a previous person or something. Because definitely with that Five of Cups, there's a sense of, you know, this person not seeing what's there. This, like a connection. There are two cups, right? Like almost like a connection, new connection. Do you get what I mean? Okay, let's see. What is... Oh, wait, hold on. Before I do that. I wanted to take some Lenormand cards. I almost forgot. Okay. How does your person... Oops, hold on. I was trying to foresee their person. Just going to take Clover. Aww. How do you see them? Yeah, okay. Again, I'm almost seeing... Again, this type of energy as well here. Yeah, I feel like some of them might be stuck on somebody from the past. I'm just really getting that strongly for many of you. I think that's going to be a prevalent theme for a lot of you. You see them as lucky, you know, and you know, beautiful, but burdened by something. It could be, if this is a female, it's, you know, a burdened woman. It could be themselves that they're burdened by. It could be, again, it doesn't have to be another person. There definitely is some burden here, some crosses that they're carrying. It's probably connected to a woman, or if they're a woman, it could be them themselves, their own burdens. But even though they have so much potential, it's almost like I feel like there's so much potential, but they're not quite, you know, all the way there yet. Either like with not seeing the connection, or, you know, not ready to be in something, or, but I definitely, there's so much potential, but there still is this, like, you know, a bit of something weighing down on this person. Yeah, okay, so let's see. That summarizes that pretty well, I think. And we'll just see. Sorry, just checking my camera. Oops. Okay, let's see. So what kind of person are they really? Oh, look at what we have on the bottom. 9 of Swords. Okay. We'll see if that comes out. Okay, what kind of person are they? What do they really like? Yep. Oh, look at this. Yeah, that was on the bottom. Everything's fine card. What are they really like? Yeah, this person isn't, oh my gosh, okay, wait, I saw that, it almost came out, I'm taking it. What are they really like? Oh my goodness, yeah, okay. Yeah, 6 of Cups, okay. Yeah, I feel like this person's been through something. Hold on. Sorry, my camera. We have the 8 of Swords, the Ace of Cups, the Tower, and the 6 of Cups. I feel like this person is having a hard time moving on from the past. I think something from their past, you know, maybe, even if it didn't break abruptly, it was something that was like, you know, the type of thing that really crashed their world in some way. It could be, like, if it's not a previous relationship, it could be, like, the, you know, the death of somebody close to them, or, you know, the loss of a friendship, or the loss of something, okay? Something that was very important to them, or, you know, played a big role in their life. And I feel like they're kind of stuck in this mental state of, you know, like, look at this 8 of Swords. You know, she's standing in, you know, her emotions, and then surrounded by all these swords. And so there's definitely an energy of just being trapped mentally and emotionally. So this person's like that. I feel like they might have the potential to come out of that soon, though, because we have the Ace of Cups, which kind of talks about, you know, new beginnings with their emotions. But next to the 8 of Swords, in you know, sandwiched between these two cards, it can also just talk about that their emotions are all over the place right now, that they are overflowing, you know, maybe in a negative way, in the way that they're feeling. It doesn't mean that they have to portray it in a negative way, but they still are kind of in a state. I feel like, though, for many, there are chances that this person's kind of trying to get over it now. It's like they're still in the energy that you're seeing. So if you're seeing this type of, you know, depressive type of energy, yeah, I think that they're still in it. I think that they're trying to come out of it, though. But I feel like whatever happened was, you know, pretty epically bad to them. Whatever that was. It could have been, you know, losing the chance to do their childhood dream in some way. You know, it could be a previous relationship. Like, obviously it's going to resonate different. Maybe it's, you know, a refusal of, you know, the death of a relative, or, you know, like, it's just, but it's something that was pretty epically bad for them, is what I'm going to say, for sure. And their emotions could be sometimes all over the place, okay? because they still are maybe a bit stuck in the past, not ready to quite move on yet, even though I feel like there's the potential to. I think they're starting to get to that place. Okay. What is this person really like? Pile number 4 is person really like. What is their person really like? Oh, wait, we have some that flipped over. Yes. The cross again. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Hold on. I just want to see one thing in this. I'm still learning. I know Lenormand. This particular deck has some, yeah, the lilies. Oh my goodness. Okay, so, yeah. There's a chance that somebody old in their life, there's something, okay. The lilies talk about, I don't know how I didn't recognize that was the lilies. Wow, I'm dumb. I just wanted to double check before I sounded stupid, because sometimes when you use these different decks, you know, yeah, sometimes you can mix the cards up. Or, you know. Okay, so with the lilies, it can talk about somebody that's mature. It can talk about morality. Okay, like, and again, this is going to resonate differently with everybody. For some of you, they're still burdened by, like, maybe a previous relationship. Like, they don't know what to do with it, like which path to go on, morally. They might be moral obligations, okay? For some people, it could be that somebody older in their life passed, and it's affecting them right now. And maybe it was someone very important to them, like, you know, how some people are, like, raised by their grandparents or something, and then if a grandparent dies, it's, like, really bad. You know, even worse than a parent's death, for instance, because it was, like, they were so important to them. But that doesn't have to be. I'm just throwing out that as a possibility for some of you. I really feel like there's some moral burden for this person. For many of you, I feel like it's a moral burden, a choice that they have to make, something that's weighing them down. It's a choice, like, that they have to move, and they just don't know what to do. It's just weighing down on them. And because these two cards right here can represent being a moral person, making the right choices. Because the cross can, talk about burdens, but it can also talk about, you know, in a religious sense of what's right and what's wrong. And it's like choices on what to do. It could be traditions, you know, that they've tried to follow, that came crashing down around them, and now they don't know which way to go next. So obviously, I think it's just really representing what this negative energy is here. It has something to do in that realm, okay? Like I said, it's a general reading. It's not going to, you know, there are different meanings within these cards that are going to represent, you know, your situation. But, yeah. Okay. So, and then I'm going to take one last card here. I'm going to take a Spirit Animal Oracle. What is their person really like? What is their person? Okay, we got one. We have Reclaim Your Power. Yeah, you remember how I was saying about that? I think that they're trying to come out of it with that Ace of Cups right now. That it's like, you know, an energy that they're trying to, like, they're trying to get out of this negative energy and to get past it. And I feel like that's what they're trying to do. Like, that's who they really are. They're trying to reclaim some kind of power. For some of you, I also just want to say that this could be somebody that has expectations put on them by other people as well. And if they were to, you know, deny them, like, you know, the type of thing where, you know, if they're younger, it's like parents telling them what they need to do. And if they were to not do that, you know, their parents would be really mad. Like cut them off, or, you know, emotionally punish them or something like that. For some of you, that could be a possibility here. But I do feel like this person's trying to get in a better place. Whatever the circumstances were that caused them, you know, to have such a disrupted life or personality, I feel like they're trying to get better. They're not there yet, though, I don't think. I don't think they're quite there yet, but they're on their way to being there. You know what I mean? They're on their way to trying to reclaim some kind of emotional power, have a new emotional beginning, make a choice that, you know, aligns with what they're, you know, what they wish for. Okay? So I hope that makes sense to you guys. If it does, let me know in the comments below. I always appreciate when you let me know which pile you chose. I love it. I always heart those comments. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next reading. And yeah, take care, guys.